Hi, Taurus.
Hi, Taurus.
We're back.
Front two package deal.
Yay!
We look awful funny without it.
Okay, so our card of the day is from the Beyond Lemuria deck, and it is Beyond the Mind.
Which is funny. That's basically exactly what I channeled before we started this.
Yeah, it's kind of been that way with all of these signs tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Beyond the Mind. Thinking with the heart, being present, heart and mind connection, meditation, the bliss of being, quieting the monkey mind, fathoming the unfathomable, finding happiness within, and going beyond intellectual limitation. Take a step outside your mind-based concerns or limitations. Looking at things in an overly logical way will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. You may be transfixed by a past experience. The past may be running you and making your mind spin so you cannot see what is really in front of you. Consider what your heart and your gut are telling you. Step back and clear your mind. Meditate in your own way. Contemplate what the situation at hand would feel like if you released all fears and worries. Are these concerns even yours? Go ahead, Alice.
Well, I think some of the concerns are theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think what I'm concerned about, and the same thing you notice, is there's very limited cups on this board. And Don and I were talking before
we hit the play button.
Well, we were talking before we even pulled the cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Taurus is being way too pragmatic. And you know, I'm thinking all work and no play, but here's the thing. I feel like that you're trying to balance all these different aspects of yourself. And I think you're kind of doing a piss poor job, because I think your answer to it has been more control, focused on what'll move you forward materialistically or egoically, instead of what will move you towards your happiness and stability. Now, stability, you're getting a different perspective on yourself, and I feel like you're checking off the list. I feel like you're checking yourself. You're checking your attitudes on your passions. You're checking your attitudes on your finances. You're checking your attitudes on everything but that heart. Why are we not looking at our emotions, Taurus? You're looking at your past and you're seeing new ideas when it comes to what you value. And I see you've been through a lot. And I'll tell you right now, the main energy on the board is the Empress. Okay, now the Empress is all about love and nurturing. So this is the main message right here. And with what I'm seeing passion. But I'm not seeing the creativity, the nurturing, the actual energy of creation here, which is creation cannot flourish in a controlling environment, and it cannot flourish without love. So what I'm seeing is you coming to terms between your passions and your groundedness. and walking away from the idea that always having options is the best choice. I think you're embracing a little more of the unknown so that you have the ability to change your perspective and change your choices. Because I got 2 2s right after this, which is a master number. And it's all about stability. But the only cups I have is about walking away or options. I mean, I have absolutely, and the past. I feel in a way that in the past you've seen that you've been very non-traditional about relationships with the Hierophant sitting between these 2 queens. Yeah, maybe a little weakness there towards money and passion. And I think we're getting a tweak towards a more traditional idea because there is no fulfillment here. There's no happy. And that's because I feel like that you kind of stay away of, or you walk away from the unknown. And the unknown is where all growth can happen. So I feel like you're shooting yourself in your own foot. And you're realizing that. You're realizing that without this kind of change, you aren't going to be able to nurture new growth. Without the kind of perspective that we need some love here. And I think you're realizing that. Honestly, I do. We have cups. We have cups. We have the Knight of Cups. Now, this could be about partying and somebody drinking too much. Or this could be about a wish coming true. What you been wishing on, Taurus? Tired of waiting. Tired of waiting for that other single person to come around that's your match. Hey, the devil's upside down. Tired of that codependent and it. Yes.
Yes, that's good. That's very good.
Tired of the Carla spicy winner in and out energy. Taurus is looking for real. Looking for a victory in this. Well, I will tell you right now, you better start with your heart, baby. Because that's where this victory will lie. That's what I got for you. I hope it helps. Well, actually, Spirit too. With this Lover's card, I don't see the 2 cups, but even with this Lover's card coming out, that's all about choices. And with the Strength card here, it's all about strength and choices and connecting to Spirit. Because that's how everything happens. Alright, Don, you up, girl.
Alrighty. So, I'm just gonna say what she said. Okay, have a good. No, I'm kidding.
Just rewind.
Well,
We'll
you
go
guys,
good now.
you guys have been in your head a lot. Okay. Right in the middle of my spread is an upside down 6 of cups. Okay, so that is you letting go of the past. So I'm gonna say this relationship you have spent a lot of time in your head about. Okay. And it's right by the upside down 6 of Swords.
They like being there, apparently.
Well, they're finally starting to let things go, and you're letting it go. You're letting the thoughts in your head go, and you're letting go of the idea of this relationship coming back. Okay? You kind of took all the blame for this, or the burden, okay? Because we've got the Ten of Wands, okay? And the Ten of Wands, this person is carrying an extreme weight of things, a plethora of things that do not belong to them, okay? Now, the energy here is kind of all over. It's all over the place, all right? We've got the Seven of Wands, and it's upside down too. And that's very good, because you're coming into a state where you don't feel like you have to defend yourself anymore, okay? The very first card out was the Empress. She's right side up. She's balanced. She's nurturing. She's caring. She's providing the proper guidance, okay? And then we've got the Chariot upside down. That means that there's no movement. But it's deeper with this Chariot, because when you look at the Chariot, she's sitting there. She's not got any reins. She's letting Spirit guide. But you've got it upside down, which means you're not trusting yourself, or haven't been trusting yourself, and you're definitely not trusting Spirit.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's funny.
Mm-hmm. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So you've got these ideas, but you're not trusting Spirit. You're definitely not looking for any guidance. Okay. You've got the Temperance Angel upside down as well. Okay. So you've been taking lumps after lumps after lumps, and
no victories.
I'm getting here the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. If you want something to change, you have to change something that you do, even if it's the smallest thing.
And
I think that you're getting ready to do that. You've been dealing with this upside down Queen energy, and I think this is relevant of you, because this is the energy that you want, and this is the energy that you have to overcome. Okay, this upside down Queen, she's lying to herself. She's lying to herself about all different kinds of things. And that's what's caused all this weight that you're trying to get rid of, that you're trying to let go of. And I think that you finally processed things enough that you're actually stepping out of this energy, which is a very good thing. That means that you can get beyond the mind and start getting into the creativity of this Ace of Pentacles. That your ideas for abundance, you'll be able to start building on. You got more stuff going on over there?
I'm just looking at I mean, this is kind of complicated energy. It's kind of heavy. Taurus has been looking at it and really been doing some deep thinking about their attachments.
Yes. Yes.
And I think they're kind of turning their attachments from this guy here
to this.
Yes, because there's been no victories here. There's been no no justice.
Yeah, that's a heavy energy to be in. And you know, we've done 3 readings tonight, and all 3 of them have had this kind of serious, heavy energy. Everybody is going through a change in mindset right now.
That's because the earth signs are kind of like the air signs. Okay, you guys are so grounded in being practical that, you know, sometimes for air signs and earth signs, the heart is the big hurdle. And I think they're finally seeing that. And it's hard on them because they aren't used to having to face that part of themselves. They've always avoided it.
Mm-hmm.
And because they've always avoided it, it's caused some karma. That's why there's been no victories. That's why there's been no options. That's why because there's been a dependency on things that are solid instead of faith and the mysteries that actually hold the fabric of reality together. You know, you can't ignore that and expect reality to be what you want it to be. You know, if you want to manipulate what holds the fabric of reality together, you got to start within yourself. Because spirit ain't going to give the key to doing that to somebody who is grounded in the lower vibrational.
So you're telling me that Taurus, if they can't see it, touch it, taste it, it's not real?
Well, they have a hard time grasping the it's not that it's not real, because they're obviously reaching
right
to understand something, because they're not finding satisfaction.
Right. So what they're having to deal with right now is the feels.
Well, if they want satisfaction, because they're finding very hollow, empty.
I think they want satisfaction because we got the star out.
Yeah, they're healing.
Yeah.
They're healing the misconceptions that having everything brings you happiness.
Yeah. And then we got the sun and we got the 2 of Cups.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And that's my spirit, connecting to your spirit card. To me, that is. So.
Well, it's interesting, and I think they're wanting to connect, and they're finally wanting a deeper relationship because everything has been surface, and that's why it hasn't been working out. So they're
having to connect to themselves to be able to connect to somebody else, and they're realizing this, making different choices, coming out of the cold. He's slapping that upside down King of Swords with a Hierophant.
Nice.
Getting new ideas.
Fantastic. That's great, Taurus. That's absolutely beautiful.
Laying down the blockages, the lies.
Yes.
That's a good thing. But that's what we got for you, Taurus. Hang in there. It looks like it's been hard. You gotta add that heart, and that's what this card was all about, is you have to get into that heart space. Whether you like it or not, that's your next step.
Yep.
We love you. I mean, that's just about everybody's next step, because we as a society as a whole have looked at these emotions as weak, and now it's kicking all our asses with our own karma. Yeah. We're literally breeding our own misery, and we don't realize it.
Time to deal with those emotions and open up our heart spaces. That's not just for Taurus. That's been every sign that we've done tonight, and I know it's true for Cancers.
Well, that's kind of been an ongoing story for every personal reading, and every, people are starting to have to deal with, and they're trying to run from them. Bless their hearts. Y'all are trying to run from them.
I give it a good go.
Yeah, because we get the same kind of energy every week, which is a pattern, which means that we really aren't dealing with the emotions. We're just thinking about them and thinking we're dealing with them, but that's not how you deal with them. But anyway,
be blessed.
You're figuring out. Blessed be. Namaste.